In this lesson, we're going to quickly talk about the difference between interfaces, such as here the course interface, and type aliases, like we have covered on previous lessons. So as you can see, these are two different ways that the TypeScript language provides us for defining a custom object type. As you can see, we are defining here the type course using the type syntax. So this is a type alias. We are defining here three properties: title, subtitle, and lessons count. And if you switch here to the interfaces file, we are defining here another type course that has the exact same properties. Now you might think that interfaces, the main difference is that they allow you to have read-only and optional properties, but you can actually also do that here in type aliases. So for example, you can define here the title as read-only, and you can define here lessons count as being optional. So property modifiers are not the difference between type aliases and interfaces. So what exactly is the difference, and when should we use type aliases versus interfaces? Well, you can use them pretty much interchangeably. The TypeScript documentation recommends that we always define custom object types such as course using interfaces instead of type aliases. So that's what I personally do in all my programs. I usually only use type aliases to define things such as, for example, here the course status alias. As you can see, this type here is not a custom object type. I'm simply creating a practical alias for a type that I would take a long time to write and I would have to reproduce in multiple parts of the application. So I think this is the best use for type aliases, for declaring quick union types, simple types like that, but not custom object types. For that, it's better to use interfaces. If you are thinking about if there is any practical difference between types and interfaces, well, there are some differences. For example, the main difference is that interfaces can be extended. So imagine, for example, that we would define a first version of the course interface without this property. Well, we could not use this property here in our program, but imagine later on in our program that we would like to extend the content of the interface and add it further functionality. This would make sense, for example, if we would receive the course interface from a third-party package. So if it would be code that we did not write ourselves, but we have imported in our application. In that case, we could take that existing interface and we could redeclare it. Now, this would not define here an empty interface. Instead, any properties that we define here, such as, for example, lessons count, are going to be added to the interface. So interfaces by default are open to extension. This means that if I would try to use here now the lessons count property, this would work. And we could even go back here to this part of our program after this declaration here, and we could also use lessons count here, even though we did not define the property in the original declaration of the interface. This ability to extend an existing interface is really a property that is only specific to interfaces. This does not apply to type aliases. So if I declare here another type alias with the same name, course, and I try to add some variable to it, I'm going to see that we get a compilation error immediately, duplicate identifier course. This means that type aliases, unlike interfaces, are not open for extension. So this is the difference between type aliases and interfaces, but because this scenario of using extension is so rare, this means that in practical terms, for the majority of your programs, these two ways of defining custom object types are interchangeable. You could use either one, but I recommend that you follow the convention of always defining your custom object types using interfaces and reserve the use of type aliases for defining simple aliases like this one, but not full custom object types. If you are wondering why the name type alias, well, sometimes this is just used to rename a type, such as, for example, if we would want to declare a new custom string type, we could even alias the primitive type string itself and start using this in our program. Now this of course would not be a good idea. This is just a way to demonstrate that the type syntax sometimes gets used just to rename a type to something more convenient. So that's why we use the term a type alias. So I hope this makes it clear the difference between interfaces and type aliases. To summarize, remember to always use interfaces to define your custom types.